A lot of people only care about having the best computer for a very specific game. And if that's you, we do have a great easy builder on our website that can help you get that computer for that specific game.
Well, that's convenient.
However, custom PCs exist for a reason. Computers aren't really a one-size-fits-all. What was good for your buddy might not really be good for your needs. For example, if you're a Call of Duty player on a budget, you're going to want a computer that can get you the FPS that you need, but without breaking the bank. But if you're a video editor, you're going to want a GPU that's good enough to render like it's working overtime. We customize our PCs here at Xidax into tiers, so that way you can find the best entry point for you and customize from there. This way, you have confidence that you're getting a computer that works for what you need it to work for, and that it looks good too. Now, your PC's looks matter, but so does being cool.
I think you're pretty cool.
Not that type of cool. We're talking about the temperature of your components inside. Whether you're doing intense gaming or you're a serious video editor, you don't want your computer getting really hot or it'll start to impact the performance of it in a negative way.
Well, that would be bad.
So keeping your computer cool is really important. And now let's talk about the two main ways people do that: air cooling and liquid cooling. Air cooling is simple, affordable, and honestly, it's pretty underrated.
So underrated.
Usually, whether it's on your CPU or your GPU, you have a big metal heatsink attached to it. This takes heat away from the processor and disperses it across all the metal. And then you have your fans that come in and blow air through it, removing the heat from the cool sink. Air coolers are pretty reliable. Fewer moving parts means fewer things to break. But air coolers can be pretty bulky and dominate the inside of the case. Additionally, under heavy load, they can get pretty loud.
It's very loud and not in a hummy sort of way.
Now, if you're serious about gaming or video editing like me, you want a liquid cooler. These are much better than air coolers at removing the heat from your CPU, or in a closed loop system, your GPU as well. Now, this particular water cooler is from Trix. I really like it because it has a built-in screen, but you have so many different types of water coolers that you can choose. You don't have to go this route because you are spending a lot more money for it already with it being a water cooler. Adding a screen is going to make it a little bit more expensive. Now, let's talk about storage. It's not as exciting as choosing your GPU or your CPU, or really any computer component. They don't exactly make RGB storage for the computer, but it plays a very important role in how smooth your computer runs and your experience using it. Fast storage is crucial for booting your computer quickly and loading programs faster, and is extremely helpful in the performance of high demanding tasks. Now, hard drives like this are still around, but they're not going to be what you're using as your main drive on your computer. But with how cheap they are, they're really good for holding files for long-term usage, like movies, music, spreadsheets, whatever you're putting on your hard drives. These are a great option for that. If you're really serious about getting some good storage for your computer, what you're going to want is an NVMe. Look at the size difference between these two. It's insane.
Would you look at that?
Now, NVMe drives have been out for a while and they come in a range of speeds. Luckily, the slow ones are still really fast, especially compared to almost everything that came before it. So you don't need to spend a lot of money like you would on this new WD Black drive that can write at speeds up to 14,900 megabits per second. That's insane. So in the end, what would I recommend when you're customizing your computer? Get an NVMe for your main drive and whatever applications that are the most crucial to operate quickly. And then for everything else, get an HDD and store everything on there. You're going to save yourself a lot of money and you're going to have tons of space to put all those other things that don't need to be read quickly. This video is definitely more of a cooler and storage type of video than it is anything else. We didn't even talk about how difficult it is to make sure that all the different parts you're getting for your computer are compatible with each other and are going to work well. But what is nice is that on our website, we've got a really good configurator that makes it impossible for you to make those mistakes that many first-time builders do make. You can choose your case, the CPU that you want, whether you're going with Intel or with AMD, the motherboard that you'd like to use if you want all the peripherals in the world, different RAM variations, cooler variations, storage variations, different GPUs, you name it, you can choose it on our website. So if you want a truly custom computer, but without the hassle of trying to make sure that everything is going to work together, head over to Xidax.com and we'll help you out.